that are lying, that are hashtagging, that are doing horrible things. We have no idea. If it was, and I know she wouldn't do it because of her own moral compass, but let's say Emily Baker did it. Let's say Emily Baker did something horrible. Are you going to call the legal board? No, she's not a lawyer anymore. Are you going to call her out, make all these videos about her? People will brand you as just trying to, make money off her name. So what do? You're going to say nothing. So why can't you say nothing about people around you? Is it because you feel like superior to them? Yes, you can have an opinion on something. Everybody's got a right to have an opinion. But don't try to impede it on someone else. I think a lot of people are fucking assholes, and I'll give my opinion, but I'm not running around chat to chat, making sure that you think they're an asshole too. That's the problem with this community, and that's why I'm glad I'm the fuck out of it. And what you don't know won't hurt you. Exactly right. It's not, like I said, there's a lot of things Queen Bee does that I think is fucking vile and disgusting. But I'm not sub to her. It's not my business. If that's what she wants for her channel and she wants to hashtag cash cow and put a Missy Child's name in there, it's not my child. It's not my business. Whatever she wants to do with her channel, she can do with her channel. That goes for everybody across the board. Can you call it out? Of course you can call it out. But then I see people trying to justify shit. That's where I have a problem. If TPE wants to call this out, call it out all fucking day. You have a right to. But don't let other people, just don't let other people, then just, oh, well, this one, like I'm going to call this out. I heard Jones and trying to like justify, well, me and Granny and Deets. Deets has nothing to do with Granny. Like, I don't even know why they're in the same fucking breath. Totally different types of people. Same thing with Savage and Chronicles. Totally different types of people. They may like each other. They may, get along, but they are night and day from each other. So I try to talk trash to him, but she still has me blocked over shit. That's okay. That's a good thing, Kurt. You don't want him. Hey, Adrian. But you guys know what I'm saying? It's just so, like, nobody gives a fuck. And that's what I mean about these new people coming in and they have to impede their opinions. And oh my God, just stop. Then you have one that calls herself a trash tabloid. Really? And you're talking about missing kids and you want to be named as one of the moral authorities? Really? That's a hard no. Just because they're your friend doesn't mean that people should always be included in that same group. I don't think there's anybody in this community that will ever look at Granny as a moral authority. Same thing with Jonesin, same thing with Nonsense, same thing with TPE. Well, maybe not TPE, but you guys know what I mean. Well, no, they won't with TPE or Chronicles because they're an avatar behind a screen. Thank you, Jason. They're an avatar behind a screen. They're not a real person. So it's almost like saying Queen Bee is a moral authority or beats him. Like, come on, stop. I can't take that seriously. So again, when all these people think that they're the high moral authorities and they're they're fucking liars. They've always been liars. Every fucking one of them. Hold up. When I say every one of them, I'm not talking about TPE. I'm not talking about Chronicles. I'm not talking about Deets or Nunya. I've never known Nunya to tell a lie. But the rest of them have been caught in lies. Sorry, not sorry. Some of them way worse than others. They've all gone real life. They've all done a lot of shit. So just stop. Yes. In reference to Nonsense, her coming up here was her obsession with MGL and making a grieving mother's life hell. She's done so much dirty shit. She sure has. A lot of them have. And let me tell you something else. Lisa, I'm going to get to that too. Let me tell you something else. I said 2 years ago, literally 2 years ago, that Queen Bee is turned into MGL. I couldn't be more fucking right if I tried. 2 years ago, I said that. And now she is an exact replica. Where is the outrage? People had so much outrage when it was MGL. Why don't they have that same outrage for Queen Bee? Just curious. I mean, if you're going to have outrage, then have outrage all around. It's just, they're all hypocrites. Every single one of them is a fucking hypocrite. Little Skid is agreeing. I'm sure she didn't come up with it herself, Kurt. Just call it a guess. Not Jones and what? Jones has been caught in lies and doing real life shit behind the scenes. She did that with Queen Bee. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so fucking hypocritical for people to think, oh, this one's so much better, or that one's so much better. No, you're not. And that's what I'm saying. When I heard Jones in her, I was going to say a 6-minute rant, but I heard it on Clipper's channel, say how her, Granny, Deets and Nunya shouldn't have been combined or some shit like that. Granny and Deets are night and day. Deets and Nunya are pretty close. But Deets and Granny or Nunya and Granny are fucking night and day. Not even close to being the same kind of person. And Deets and Nunya don't call out every single thing. They call out stuff that they're passionate about. Hey, that has to do with a case or with them. From what I see, I could be wrong. But I definitely would not put them in the same category as Granny. Granny and Jay, good together. Perfect together. Same fucking people. Jonesin, I think is just too new and naive. And I know she's not going to understand why I'm saying that. She's going to think I'm bashing her. I'm not at all. But she is too young and naive, like 3/4 of this entire community, of the new people. Stop! Jeez. Bark, 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 bark. But, all right, so I went way more on a rant than I was going to. But the amount of bullshit that I see has caused me to come to many conclusions. And this Betty shit, can we fucking end talking about Betty every fucking day? Do you know how annoying it is? And I'm a creator. I can't even imagine being a sub. I have watched Betty. I can count on one hand how many times I've watched Betty in my entire life. I can't say I've never watched her because I have. One hand. If you don't like someone, why are you watching them? Betty does not do drama. Betty is a liar, a compulsive liar. I don't even think the woman realizes how much she lies. But she lies to the point that she either believes it herself or just tries to make sense of it. She wants it to make sense. Okay. But Betty sticks to a case. Whether we agree with the way she does things, again, it's not my child to decide. Katie Proudfit is her, I guess, order of protection, which I had said originally that I bet that this order of protection is going to throw everyone for a loop. I bet it's the Proudfits. But of course, nobody listened to me. I was like, no. Sure enough, I was right. It is Katie.